What's up guys, Techmaster back with another video. So today we're going to be doing a 5 month later, or actually 6 month later review on the M2 MacBook Air. So I got this computer back in August 2023 and it's held up so well. I love this laptop. And yeah, I think I would still completely recommend it, especially at the price that it's at. I've seen these things like under $900, which is a really good buy. I think $850 more approximately, and compared to the M1, which is like $650, it just makes so much more sense in my opinion, regardless of if it being less expensive. The M1, it's still a much better laptop, and again, this is only a year and a half old. The M1 came out, it's approaching its fourth year. It's 3.5 years old compared to being basically a year and a half old. So yeah, there's a big difference in terms of when these came out. There's about a 2-year difference, so I would definitely recommend the M2 obviously for everything else that you get. So on the front we have a 13.6-inch liquid retina HD display, and it looks so good. The screen goes up to 500 nits of brightness. I'm going to turn it all the way up just to show you. So it's a very bright, high-resolution display. We have a 60 hertz screen, but it looks very good on camera. It's also very smooth if you're not doing anything crazy. It looks very smooth with the M2 chip. It obviously makes it very good. We have really good battery life, up to 18 hours video playback, about 9 hours usage. So if we go to my battery health, as you can see, I am at 98%, which is, it's not amazing. Like after 5 months, it's not great, but I have no matter what getting through, no problems getting through the day. I usually end with, like around 75%, which is not bad at all. Like, so basically the bottom line is I have no problems whatsoever with getting through the day. And the only reason I can think of that this computer went down 2% is basically the fact that I charged it a little too much and I kept it plugged in more specifically, and I did play a lot of War Thunder, which this computer is fanless, so that makes sense that it would have an issue like this. Excuse me. I'm just drinking a Monster right now. Yeah, so I have a good amount of stuff on here. I use CapCut for photo editing. But yeah, this has an M2 chip. I have the base model of this computer. So if we go to the system settings, Apple M2 chip Apple M2. I don't know why there's something on there, but I'll also zoom in on the specs here so I can just kind of show you if you guys can see that. Apple M2, 8 gigs of RAM. So again, I only use this for schoolwork, and then I also have the 256 gig SSD, as you can see right here, 256 or 245. That is what I use. Again, I don't need anything higher than that. I basically only use it for schoolwork, so that is okay. Like if we open up a bunch of applications like podcasts, like really fast. Yes, it's the base model as expected. We quit that out. I'm just trying to make this more there. We go to Chrome. Let's quit this. But as you can see, apps are very, very fast. System settings. Like, it's very quick computer, and this computer honestly has done me a lot better than my previous M1. So if we also go to the outside of this device, it's a flat edge design. As I've stated before, we have MagSafe ports, 2 USB-C ports. I'm just going to turn on the light so I can show you super fast. It's a little dark, but I did that on purpose so it wouldn't be too bright. I'm actually just going to put this down in the right lighting so you guys can see it better. So then we have this nice flat design. I have a clear case on it, but you can obviously go without a case. The main reason why I did this is because this is a very, it's a little slippery, and then my lid was a little bit, slightly, bent. I'm not sure why, but I just didn't want to risk, crunching it, because this thing is so thin it could easily bend. So having a case on it, it's definitely just overall more protective. So I've gone with a case for the last month and a half or something like that, and I do like it much better. It's also, it's not slippery. Like I said, it's very thin still. This device is very thin. It's super portable. It's only 2.7 pounds. That is so light. I don't know if you guys have looked that up, but it's very light. I love the MagSafe. It's for fast charging. This is only a 30-watt power adapter that I'm using. I'm also using it to charge my phone and Apple Watch, as well as my AirPods. But it's only a 30-watt power brick, so it's not amazing. But with that being said, you can get up to a 70-watt if you buy it, which actually isn't too expensive. So I would go for it if you really use it all the time for super high video editing, because the M2 has 8K ProRes encoders and stuff inside the chip. So you can do tons of good video editing, have no problems. And yeah, you can, again, 8K ProRes, you can use CapCut, you can use all these. It's best on Final Cut Pro, obviously, but that's also, I do not use that. That's way too expensive. The app itself is like $300. I would never pay for that. CapCut's so good. It's a free program. So I recommend installing this right now. And yeah, I think I would definitely recommend that, because that is a free, it's super easy to use. It's almost like Final Cut Pro, but a little bit simpler to use, I would say. And yeah, I also love that on these you can get all these social media platforms to check. Like, you can get Netflix and stuff. Obviously, there's like some subscriptions, but I do like how you can use like not new, but like all these, you can use TikTok, Snapchat, Instagram all over your computer if you download it online. I do like that, because obviously I can't have my phone at school, so I do like being able to check, and I can obviously search in people and message them directly, so on my laptop if I need to. So yeah, that is a cool thing that I can do there. What else? This computer has Touch ID on the power button. So you can just basically, if we use it, I can just click it and it unlocks like that. So that's a really nice feature to use for a lot of reasons. Apologies if my room is kind of dark. I know this is kind of hard to see, but this is the midnight color. I would easily recommend this color over any other the other ones. It looks so good. And the braided USB-C cable with that color match it looks phenomenal. Better than, this is probably my favorite colored MacBook, even compared to the new space black, M3 Pro MacBook Pros. Like, I would, yeah, this is like, to be completely honest, I think this is the perfect laptop in 2024. Like, even though it came out in 2022, it is nothing even comes close, in my opinion. Like, no other MacBook is priced the same. Like, the M1 is way too old, in my opinion, like, to recommend a lot of people to buy right now. That computer is not bad, but definitely don't buy it from Apple.com. Like, actually, don't buy this one from Apple.com either. It's still $1,100, but so I'll put better prices in the description below. But basically, if you're gonna buy any of the older machines, unlike the new M3s, I would recommend just getting them not from Apple.com, but on Amazon, because you can get it for really big price decreases, like $300 off for a lot of them, more specifically. Like, even the 15-inch version of this thing is probably like $1,000. Like, there's literally like $300 off each of them. So, but, obviously, if you need a higher-end video editing machine, then maybe go for the M1 Pro, because those things are around $1,200, and that is a killer deal. It's actually cheaper than the 15-inch, brand new, so those ones obviously would be better for video editing. But if you just want like a nice laptop that's like under $900, this is the way to go. That is the bottom line. This thing, like, I could not recommend this device enough, to be completely honest. Obviously, we know about the base 256 gig, but you can always go to 512, and it's only like $100 to $200 more. And this is like the perfect laptop, in my opinion. Yeah. So anyway, guys, that pretty much sums up this video, and I hope you guys liked it, and subscribe. Yeah, see you guys later. Peace.